What's going on, guys? I'm here in the beautiful countryside of Vietnam. So obviously we're in Southeast Asia. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my minimalist backpacking setup for living and traveling around Southeast Asia right now. You know, it's evolved a lot over time, my setup, and this is the setup I have right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I got, and I'm going to show you how I pack my bag. So first, let me talk about my backpack. So I'm using a Z-Packs Arc Haul 60 liters. Now, if you've been following my YouTube and my minimalist travel journey for a long time, you know I've been using the Tom Bin Synapse 25 liters for 5 years. So why am I switching to a 60 liter when I was traveling with a 25 liter for so long? Because now I'm carrying a tent with me. All right, so let's go ahead and get into everything inside the bag. Now I have this tent, right? This tent is the Nemo Hornet Osmo 2-person, because now I'm really into camping. And you know, the Tom Bin 25 liters, it had a very small capacity, not really good for carrying a tent and camping gear. So I upgraded to a bag with more capacity so that I could, whoa, it's so windy right now, so that I could have my camp system comfortably. So I have this very lightweight tent, Nemo Hornet Osmo 2-person. And inside this bag, I also have a sleeping bag. As you can see, this thing looks like really big, but actually it just folds up and it goes right to the bottom of the bag. This is just a random sleeping bag from Amazon. It's a really cheap one, I think like $30. It's good enough for Southeast Asia. If you want to camp, you know, in Europe or the US, don't get this sleeping bag. You're going to be really cold. But in Southeast Asia, this is enough. Sometimes I don't even need it. So I take my sleeping bag and I can just shove that, and that goes all the way to the bottom of the backpack. After that, I put the Nemo tent, which is also very lightweight, like 2 pounds. Really, really good for lightweight travel. I put that, goes to the bottom of the bag. Next, I do have one sweatshirt, a hoodie. It's just like a random, really cheap one, you know, from like Hanes or Gildan. So these are, you know, like $5. I mean, you can get this at a thrift shop for like $1. It's just a hoodie that I have because you don't need this in Southeast Asia in general. But I am planning to travel in the mountains some in Vietnam, and now it's, you know, almost November. It gets cold there, so I have one hoodie. And basically I'm just layering. I just have the sleeping bag and then the tent and then the hoodie. So it's just, with this bag, you can basically just shove everything down and layer it in. Next, I have this, which has a lot of things in it. Basically it has some notebooks, my passport's inside here, and another plastic bag. I have some clothes, 2 t-shirts, 1 pair of pants, my cables and chargers, and some miscellaneous things, a headlamp so I can see at night if I'm in the forest. So just some random things like that inside this this Eagle Creek packing cube, which I've actually had for like 6 years. It's doing good. So I just put that in next. Still, my hand is here. So here, all of this space still I have available. And I have something different this time. Last time I'm not sure if I had it, but this time I have my laptop, the Heisen book. That's what my friend called it, the Heisen book. It's actually a what is it, Microsoft Go 2. So this is a really really lightweight laptop, small laptop. And so this thing, it does not have like a specific laptop compartment. I just put it in the bag and just kind of pray for the best. After that, I have this little 4 claws fanny pack, which has a portable battery, some DJI Osmo extra batteries, my wallet, and some other cables. Just put that on top. And then the last thing that I put in here is my my DJI Osmo. If you don't know, it's basically like the same as a GoPro, and I just keep it inside this sock for a little extra protection. And I put that kind of on top, and then fold this thing. It's got Velcro here, so it closes here, and then I can roll it, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can roll this about 5 or 6 times, and then I can clip it like that. And then I can even bring this around and clip it again. So it's very secure. Like I said, I've had this thing in heavy rain. It's keeping the rain out. And so what do I have now? I have these side pockets, and I have this mesh pocket in the front. Inside this mesh pocket, I keep, let's see, I have another one tank top, black tank top that's a little bit wet, so I'm keeping it in here so it can dry. I have this kind of a towel scarf, really super lightweight thing that I use as a towel, and I just always keep that here because I'm swimming a lot in the ocean, waterfalls. Then I also have this, which is like one of those towels, microfiber towels that like soaks up all the moisture. Really nice towel. I have this Bluetooth speaker, and I usually keep that in the front. I have this, which is a product that I actually designed, and I sell these. They're handmade in Vietnam by ethnic tribes. It's basically like a bamboo travel cutlery kit. I have a knife that's not bamboo right now, but comes with bamboo knife, straw, spoon, and a fork. These things are really awesome. They're made out of hemp, super strong. If you want one of these, I have these in a lot of different colors. Let me know. And then I have one knife. And then I have my hats, which I keep in the front. And for shoes, this time I have Earth Runners. So in the past, I've been using zero shoes. You know, I've been into walking barefoot and using barefoot shoes for many years. But I've recently switched from the zero Genesis sandals to these Earth Runners. And at the beginning, I was questioning these a lot. They were basically this part where my big toe goes. It was making me bleed. I was getting terrible blisters like the first 1 or 2 weeks because I was in Greece walking like 25 kilometers every day. But now I've broken them in. They just fit like a glove. They are amazing. I think these might be one of the best travel sandals in the world. If you want to get a pair of Earth Runners, you can get a 10% discount using my code TheFruitMonk10. I will put that in the description in case you want to get yourself a pair of Earth Runners, because these are the best grounding sandals that actually have copper here, so you actually ground to the earth when you're walking. Super amazing barefoot sustainable sandals. So these are usually on my feet. And the other thing that I have, because I told you that I've been like camping, so I also have this, which I got in Vietnam. It's like a sleeping pad. So this one, I have 2 options. I can either strap it to the top of the bag, or I can also strap it to the bottom of the bag, which that's what I usually do. I usually strap it to the bottom of the bag. So this is what the setup looks like. It's really not that heavy. I would guess maybe 15 pounds, maybe. Yeah, about 15 pounds. That's like 7 kilos or something. Yeah, as you can see, it's really not that big. You can see here the gap in between my my back and the bag because of the trampoline system here. So I'm not sweating on this bag. It's not getting wet. I'm not sweating as much, not using as much water. I'm staying more hydrated. And yeah, this bag just, it straps on really well. I can like run, do anything. I can climb rocks, climb rivers. You know, I'm going to waterfalls all the time, sleeping out in nature, camping. First of all, this thing, it doesn't have to be 60 liters. It just has a 60 liter capacity, but that doesn't mean I'm putting 60 liters of things in it every time, right? So this bag, the nice thing about it is that it can roll up, right? So you can fit, theoretically, a lot of things in this bag, but usually I'm rolling it down, and so it's more like this. So it's not very big. And so this bag is very light, probably like 1 pound, maybe less than 1 pound. It's super lightweight, basically like a waterproof fabric. Now is the rainy season. It's a sunny day today, but it's the rainy season in Vietnam. And I've been in some storms where it was just pouring on this bag for like 1 hour. My clothes were inside here, my camera, nothing got wet. So this bag is really good. The Tom Bin bag that I had before, it was water resistant to a certain extent, but it was not waterproof. And if it was heavy rain, things got wet. This is keeping my stuff dry, so that's huge. It's got this system in the back where it's basically got this little trampoline that you can adjust to make it tighter. And so this part is on your back instead of the actual bag. And what that does is it creates this hole, this gap in between your bag and the back, your back and the bag. And that allows wind and air to come in between your back and the bag. And it means you're not sweating so much. You're not getting your clothes wet and sweaty. And yeah, and this bag is just really comfortable. I'll show you with it on me. It's just super lightweight. It looks like this. See, it doesn't look very big. It's like the same size as my Tom Bin bag, 25 liters, when it's in this size. It's got these nice, huge water bottle pockets on the side, a big mesh pouch on the back that I can use to put, if I have like wet clothes or something and I went swimming, I can put those in the mesh pocket on the back and they'll dry while I'm walking around. And it also has this really nice hip belt, which distributes the weight really well, which my Tom Bin bag did not have a nice hip belt, so it did not distribute the weight. So my shoulders were taking all the weight. Now I can go back and forth between my shoulders and the hips. Really nice hip pouch. I got this bag used. Z-Packs bags are really expensive. I got this one used on a Facebook group. It was like a backpacking gear swap, and I found a really good deal and I decided to order it, and I had my parents ship it to Vietnam. So now I have this bag, and the reason why I switched to this bag and left the Tom Bin bag was because of the capacity for this thing, because now I'm carrying a tent with me. And yeah, the Tom Bin 25 liter bag that I had for a long time. I love that bag. I actually have it here in Vietnam. It's at a friend's house. I have a friend that's generously storing some things for me. But this bag, when it comes to like adventure and wanting to bring, you know, sleeping bag, food, tent, keeping things dry, this bag, it just wins over the Tom Bin Synapse. There are some situations where I would bring my old bag, you know, if I'm going on like a shorter trip, and I'm not camping maybe, but for what I'm doing right now, which is very adventurous, I have a motorbike, I'm traveling around Vietnam right now, this bag just makes more sense to me. So yeah, this is it. this is the current Southeast Asia travel setup. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Like and subscribe if you want to keep seeing more stuff about minimal travel in Southeast Asia and living on a fruit-based lifestyle, because you know I'm always eating a lot of fruit. And yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Sharp as a razor, light as a saber, cool as a glacier in Calafate. I'm a Patagon, straight out of Avalon, having fun with the Padawan, sipping mate. I'm the elephant.